Hi friends, this is Voice of Story and I'm Priya. How are you all today? Tuk Tuk, that is today's story. Oh yes, it's about a food-loving king of the kingdom of Ponbarapi and he could not sleep because of a mysterious sound in his chambers. What could it all be about? Come let us see. Tuk Tuk, Tuk Tuk. Raja Pagalavan of Ponparappi buried his head under the pillow. The pongal, the puri, the vada that he enjoyed a little too much last night is already giving him trouble. Now, this awful noise. Do you have to get the palace work done at this hour? He grumbled to Queen Animalar. But she was snoring peacefully next to him in the king size bed, dreaming of the next palace festival. What nonsense, said Pagalavan. I am the king and I forbid this tok tok sound. He got up and opened the door, adjusting the royal robes around his ample tummy. The security guards were already looking around nervously. What is the commotion? The king asked his bodyguards angrily. No idea, sir, said the guards, shaking a little bit. We have been searching for the person making the noise, but we haven't been able to find anything until now. Idiots, the king grumbled under his breath. If you don't find out what it is in the next 5 minutes, I'm firing you all, he shouted. Tuk tuk, tuk tuk. Immediately, the guards called Manimaran, the captain of the army. He was 6 feet tall and 3 feet wide and had this long, curly mustache that frightened everybody. Sir, please help us find out what is making this tuk tuk noise or we'll all lose our jobs. They were pleading with Manimaran. Fools, Manimaran muttered. He collected a platoon of soldiers. Tuk tuk, tuk tuk. Ready, men? Go find this intruder right now, he ordered. The men marched all around the palace, searching and searching and searching. They looked into all the windows, scaring the sleeping babies. They opened all the boxes and tapped on all the walls, created so much noise themselves that nobody in the palace or in the villages around it got any sleep that night. Tuk, tuk, tuk. The next morning, the king overslept and was late for the court. His first case was about two men who said they both owned the same cow. It's mine, said the first man. No, I have been milking her for 2 years, said the other. Oh, really? I have been offering sweets from her milk to goddess for the last 3 years, said the first one again. My head hurts, said the king to his prime minister Chintamani. And last night's puri, pongal and vada is still squawking in my tummy. Just cut the cow in two and give each one a half. I just want them to stop complaining and out of here, said the grumpy King Pagalavan. Sir, it is a cow, whispered Chintamani. Cutting it into two might not be a good idea. One of Minister Chintamani's job was to make sure the king did not issue any such crazy orders, which Pagalavan was quite capable of doing when he was hungry and tired. The worry itself had made Chintamani half bald before his time. Of course, said King, slapping his forehead. Well, how am I supposed to be a just and wise king when I haven't slept all night? Raja Pagalavan then told Minister Chintamani about the tuk tuk sound. I have just the person to help you, sir, said Minister with a smile of relief. That night, he brought Pasupati, the zookeeper, to the palace after everyone had gone to bed. Tok tok, tock tock. When the zookeeper heard the sound, he rushed home and brought back a cage and a bowl of worms. Pasupati then had the royal carpenter cut a hole on the wall nearest to the sound. He put the bowl of worms near the hole. Everybody stepped back and waited silently. A small red bird with a long yellow beak stepped out of the hole and jumped into the bowl. Swish! The bird was in the cage. The king was amazed. Such a tiny bird and such loud noise. Thank you, everybody. You have done a great service to the country. The next morning, the king reached the court bright and early. Pasupati, the zookeeper, was standing in front of him red eyed. Sir, I can't keep the bird, he said. What happened? Asked the king. The tok tok noise kept all the animals in the zoo awake. They are all sleeping now, and the children visiting the zoo are very disappointed. Said the king. He wondered if the bird would make a good cutlet. No, sir, we can't kill the bird, said Minister Chintamani firmly. He was very good at guessing the king's thoughts, especially with food. It is a very rare bird and is considered a lucky one too. Then what do we do? Asked the king. If the animals cannot bear the noise, then my citizens certainly cannot. And we cannot have a country full of sleepless people and animals, can we? Another minister stepped forward bravely and said, Sir, I would be willing to keep the bird. I have a newborn baby boy at home. He cries and keeps us up all night anyway. No, no, we need to find a better place, said Minister Chintamani. Aha! He exclaimed suddenly. We need to find a place for the tok tok bird where nobody must sleep all night. I have the perfect plan, sir, he said. And that is how the tok tok bird ended far from the palace and the town of Punparapi, giving company to the border patrol. It kept the soldiers awake all night, every night, and did its job so well that it became the official bird of the country. Enemies of the kingdom Punbarapi were never able to enter the town because of these alert soldiers. Grumbled that the country should change its name into Tungavanam instead. And that's the story for today. I hope you enjoyed the fun and the giggles inside. Thank you and bye.